Hi, this is Android 17 AK-47. I'm going to make a video showing a little trick that I learned with Empire Prophecy that makes its performance overall a whole lot better than before. The little trick that I learned is going to improve the consistency, the feeding consistency. It'll feed more consistent at slower and higher rates of fire. It's going to make this a lot more faster on takeoff speed. The elimination of the spring and cup, replacing it with the magnet tension that they have in here, was garbage. It really does not provide hardly any tension for winding back up and giving it out the gate speed at all. And my little trick that I learned will improve that. This thing's going to be just as gentle on paint. It'll feed just as consistent as a pulse loader. The takeoff speed will be similar to like velocity. Okay, we're going to go ahead and I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about. We're going to take the front of this off and we'll explain this in more detail. Alright. What I did was, we're going to go ahead and take this off as well. Let's see here. I'm going to, I guess, pop this off. Give me a second. Okay, we got that off. Take this off. And we're just going to set these pieces off to the sides. Let's find the spring. There it is. Okay. And let's get that off. Okay. Alright. What I'm talking about is it has to do with setting the magnets underneath this, not the clutch part, but the magnets that wind this back. It's setting it up a little differently. So what it does is, instead of allowing it to wind back, it's actually eliminating that. It won't wind back, and it will actually push against the stack of paint, similar to how a pulse does it. And everybody knows that the pulse can feed pretty consistent at high rates of fire. We'll take off this little C-clip, and we'll take this off. Okay. Alright. Now, it has to do with these right here. Okay. Now, from the factory, it's set a certain way, so when this thing winds back, you see right there, when it's pressed against the stack of paint, it'll wind back a little bit right there. You see how it's winding back? We'll even put this on here. See, it'll wind back. Now it won't. Hang on, I gotta flip it the other way. But it'll wind back, and this eliminates that. And now we're gonna have a little trouble with this star. Now it's all stuck to this. But anyways, put that back on here. I guess it's gonna have to go on the other way. These things are pretty strong. Okay. Alright, this is how it's supposed to go. So anyways, you see how it'll how it spins back just like the way the hail spring is. Well, it's nowhere strong enough to do that while there's a bunch of paint in the loader. So what my idea was, instead of that way, okay, I'm going to take this and I am going to actually turn it on the other side of this. Okay, so now when it goes pressed against the stack of paint, it is not going to wind back. And there's enough tension with it set this way that before it ever begins to wind back, the clutch will slip. So what you can do is you set your magnet configuration however way you want it, and this thing will spin. It'll be feeding the paintballs down the chute just like a pulse. And if it ever pushed against the full stack of paint and the gun's not firing, if it were to push against it hard enough, the clutch would simply slip and protect it from breaking paint. And we're gonna make a second video real quick, so make sure this video ain't gonna be too long. So we'll get right back with you. We're gonna get this loader put back together. Now that I've already showed you what I did, we'll get this put back together and we'll put it to the test.